complete replica of the world's first ever fully programmable robot. Moving under its own power, this replica of a robot lion walks across the floor, exactly as it did when Leonardo presented it over 500 years ago. But how did the team ensure that the lion performs its functions correctly and in time? The researchers discovered that all the lion's functions are driven by a central drum. This gets its motive power from a coiled spring that has to be wound up. This component drives several hundred individual cogs, each with its own function. One group might move the head, another the chest. But how would they set the timings of each function? Leonardo would have employed a technique known as gear ratios, still used in modern machines today. For every turn of the main drive, other cogs turn faster depending on their size. A cog half the size turns twice as fast. By programming the ratios between the large central cog and all the others, the operator would be able to set how many turns each cog made. This would enable them to set the timing of each individual action and program the movement of the lion, exactly as Leonardo would have done 500 years ago.
The feelings that everyone who worked on the project had were similar to what it must be like for a mother to see her child walk for the first time. The satisfaction of seeing a machine powered by its own internal mechanics, with no auxiliary power, petrol or electricity, was incredible.
It is amazing to think that before batteries, electric power sources and computers, our ancestors were creating programmable robots at this level of sophistication.
I'm really impressed by the incredible skill of the early people. I mean, they did the real development.
From the proto-robots of Alexandria to the technological wizardry of Leonardo da Vinci, we are finally understanding the history of robotics.
The genesis of machines goes way back, at least 2,000 years, to the Greeks, and probably a lot longer with the Chinese.
We have really precise engineering, but we wouldn't have that precise engineering without the crude engineering prototypes that were created by the geniuses of the past.
Today, it is assumed that we invented the machines that power our world. But is that true? Hydraulics, advanced machines, and the world's first androids were part of our ancestors' lives too. And so, as our researches and reconstructions have shown, we must acknowledge our debt to the engineers and mathematicians of the ancient world.